Welcome to Amiens house. I'm Krista and this is our bi-weekly update. May is such a busy time in any homestead that, to be honest, I haven't had time to get the camera out and walk around or give an update. So it looks like it's going to happen bi-weekly for a little while, maybe even monthly if I don't get myself more organized. May is all about planting and animals. So it is busy right now here and I'm going to walk you around and show you what is new. We have spent a great amount of time in the garden, the vegetable garden. This garden is a no-till square foot garden. So what we do every year is we top up the beds with compost, which we make in the back. And last year we tried to do a hot compost and I think we were fairly successful, which helps with the weed seeds. Then we mulch the paths with wood chips and we plant in a square foot garden plan for the most part. There are some that I like carrots and parsnips. I just grow in rows. I don't grow in square foot garden spacing, but the rest I do. I'm going to do a video walkthrough of the garden and everything that we have, but I can do just a quick rundown right now. So this is our cold frame, which you've seen in many videos, and it has lettuce, more spinach is coming up. Some of this lettuce is bolted and we have some kale. In the back we have the rhubarb, and over here we have this asparagus, which I found and it did come up. And this is a mulberry tree, which last year was covered in mulberries and the boys absolutely loved, and it was delicious. We have potatoes, then we have a group of brassicas, some onions, radishes and celery, and then down here we have onions. I'm companion planting onions and tomatoes and onions and peppers to see how that goes, with marigolds and nasturtiums as well in there. And I have my structures up. And then we have peas and beans, zucchinis, eggplant down there, and more tomatoes that are Romas, which will have to be staked, and sweet potatoes that I covered everything for the frost because we had frost really late this year, or frost warning, and there was a cold wind and rain that the day before or 2 days before, and the sweet potatoes are not faring well. So we'll see if they actually come through. We'll go a little bit closer. You remember those beautiful sweet potatoes in the house? Not so beautiful anymore. They look so dreadful and burnt. And then we have cucumbers and more onions, so we'll see how that goes. We did get the nursery, the rest of it mulched, and hopefully the weeds will stay at bay. And then down there you can see we have some irises flowering, and that's just a holding bed for just flowers and everything until we do our landscaping. The Kuni pigs are all doing well. Our piglets are all maturing and growing quite quickly, and in a week or two they will be weaned from mamas. Hi, Dob. Hi. Hi, honey. How was your breakfast? Was it good? It was? Yeah? Was it good? So when we wean our pigs, we do this, it's basically our hockey rink. We make it a circle, and we call it the piggy playground, or piglet playground, and it's almost done. It still needs, the electric wire you can see is over the top, and then in here we'll add another electric wire, and this will help train the piglets that when they hit the electric wire they have to back up instead of try and run through it, because their natural instinct is just to get zapped and run through. So when there's a board there, they know they can't go through and they will back up. So that's how we train them on the electric fence. And when they are weaned, before they are weaned, that electric fence will have to go up, and then we will move the mamas out, and the mamas will be back in this area, and the piglets will stay in here till they respect the fence. And then once they do that, they will be rotated through the system as well if they are not sold. If you're interested in purebred Kuni piglets for breeding stock and or pasture pork, let us know and we will see what we can do. And then these guys are all doing well, Bacon and Walter, and over there is Gustav, and everybody is happy, loving the sunshine, loving the grass. Everything's good in the front. Also in the front is our first flock of meat chickens. So these are 100 meat birds. They were moved out of the brooder 3 or 4 days ago because we have another 100 meat chickens coming into the brooder tomorrow. They're doing well, enjoying grass, getting more feathers. So that's all of them in there. They get moved every day while they're young, and twice a day when they're a bit older. So they also get to enjoy the grass. So that is the front yard. 100 meat chickens, 15 Kunis, and the vegetable garden. So as I walk to the back, I thought I would update you on the house. I did finish leveling the attic floor, which felt amazing for it to be done. And I was all pumped because I was going to put the subfloor in and was like, yes, we get to have subfloor and walls. And then I was about to fall asleep one night and I was like, wait a second, we need the subfloor off to do the electrical down into the bedrooms. So put a hold on the subfloor, contacted the electrician and said, oh, we need a plan so I can start pulling wire. So I haven't done much other than level the floor. The HVAC people have finished everything. They are done until we put in the actual unit or do the loop for the geothermal, which is not in the plans, in the immediate plans. So the HVAC people are done. The plumber is scheduled to come in the beginning of June. So I need to build some walls around the bathroom. I need to make a plan of the kitchen, finalize that plan. But in the house, I haven't done a whole lot other than that floor, but it feels good to be done. The other update is with Jeff. He continues to get physically more and more stronger. He had a scan the other day, and so now we just wait for results to make sure that everything is looking good. And that's pretty much it for the update with Jeff. It's not a lot, but he is getting better every day. So now that we're at the back, you'll see that we moved the chickens. They were there building compost. Now they're here eating weeds so that I can put another black tarp down, and this year I plan to have no weeds along here because, as you can see, this is my herb garden and I really don't want all those weeds. We also picked up a whole bunch of more windows for the greenhouse from a neighbor who was replacing their windows. So our greenhouse, as you can see with all those windows, is going to be fantastic once we get the time to actually build it. You'll see my first box for the herb garden has been made, and that is my next big project, is getting the herb garden all tidied up and moving some things. This was a plan last year, was to make these boxes, not to make them raised garden beds, but just to have them defined. And we didn't have the wood or the time, but now we do have the wood, arguably the time. So we're gonna go and finish doing that, and then we will weed. We will top up any of the beds with the compost that we have back there that's kind of left from the front bed. And then I have a whole bunch of plants to move and switch and seeds to put in and seedlings to do. So I have a lot of work to do in here. Hopefully in the next couple weeks I can get this done. And we'll just walk through the herb garden to the back. Oh, and then we'll also have to remulch the paths. Mackenzie's garlic is looking gorgeous. It looks really good this year. And then there is more potatoes that we planted. There's reds here and there's yellow at the back. So compost in the making, compost made. Chickens garden. So trying to work on lots of systems being built. So that's our update on the house. It's mostly outside because, well, it's where it's busy right now. Oh, I didn't give you an update on the cows. They're doing great. We've had a bull come and visit us. That wasn't fun, but he has now been exited and hopefully he does not return. We have one heifer this year, so it was a little concerning that we might have a bull in with our heifer. Hopefully they did not make their acquaintances very much. And that's it with the cows. Thank you for watching our video. Please press the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And if you have a friend that might be interested in any homesteading or renovations, pass them this video along to them so they can join along with us. I hope you take a moment to simply breathe and you have a great week.